gentlemen, to the Perfect Lap Series Azerbaijan today for a brand new video. And today we're going to use the Renault, I think. Yep, we're going to use Renault for Azerbaijan then today. And yeah, obviously the beautiful street circuit of Baku, Azerbaijan, one of probably the most delightful Grand Prix of the year, and has certainly in 2018, certainly in 2017, delivered two cracking races. And even this year's Grand Prix wasn't too bad actually, looking back on it. Maybe, certainly after a few months looking back on it, it wasn't a bad Grand Prix. And it did okay, I think. Had plenty of overtakes, had really everything you could ask of a Formula 1 Grand Prix, really, in this current day of age. And yeah, you know, it was a good Grand Prix. But today, I'm going to show you the perfect lap, or, well, when I say perfect, it's a bit misleading, but a decent lap that you could be probably proud of if you did it yourself, let's say in your career mode, or let's say even online, you could be proud. So, obviously, as we now blast down the back straight, then, and it's more or less flat out. It's not flat out if you do that, but it's more or less flat out them two. Having to slap into reverse, saying shouldn't be done. Anyway, now pre-warm, this ain't my greatest ever circuit, so yeah, I'm not going to be particularly good here, but anyway, open up the DRS, open it now, keep your foot flat to the floor, reaching top RPM about now, then brake around the 100-meter board, open up the car, take a nice entry and exit into the corner, turn 2, again another 90-degree right-hander. Now, for turn 1 and 2, I'll just show you the way I'm braking. So, right, my braking point is about now, okay, maybe a little bit early, but in between here and the 100-meter board, okay, I brake. Then, as you can see, down into 3rd gear, turn the car in, okay, and you can take, really, or you want to be a bit aggressive with, I find, this left curb, okay, and sort of treat this right curb sort of as a stabilizer. That's what I find. Okay, a bit more traction off that right curb. Then get again a bit close to the wall. Use this right curb as your indication for turning. I would always use it as. Then you can be as aggressive as the left curb as you want, sort of. Don't be too aggressive though, because that left curb can be a bit dangerous. And then get as close as well as you can see, as you will dare on a lap. Then open up the DRS, as you can see. Then obviously down the back straight, or the second DRS straight here, 2 DRS straights. Again, 100-meter board, bit actually bad on entry there. But, you know, 100-meter board is where you want to brake. I'll just replay it so you can see what I'm on about. 100-meter board, braking, use curb as entry and exit, then get a nice entry. Now, you want to sort of try and stay left as much as possible, then take a nice entrance and exit to these corners. It's about getting good exits and good entrances, because each corner affects you for the straight. As you can see, it's all about getting straight. Now, this one you can vary right a little bit. I tend to take a bit more of a straight line approach. Then up through the castle section. Now this can really only be done at at high speed. I can only do it. When I do it at slow speed, like I've just tried there, you know, it's almost, I find, impossible. So I just do it at high speed. Then in a minute, when we get the angle right, there we go. So in we come. Oh dear. Alright, how many times have we done this? 5 times now, lucky. So, want to take it nice and aggressive. Probably that was a bit slow, but, you know, point is, you want to try and take, I always find, as much curb as you can possibly dare on your left. This left curb, I always find, sort of tends to bounce the car, anyway, naturally, as you'll see, to the right. So, we end up anyway hitting that right curb. Okay, you don't want to get too close to the wall, but then it's this next part that is also a bit tricky, and the next, I would say, key segment. You sort of want to be a bit closer than where I am. I'm probably a bit far away from that left wall. that then straights the car up for the next bit, whereas if you do what I did there, sort of a bit wide on the next bit, then it affects your run into also the next corner. And it's a sequence of corners, so I want to be as accurate as possible. And the next corner, more or less about taking the path of least resistance through here. Really pretty simple. Downhill braking, curb on left, don't really mind if you best stay away, I would say, if you're new to the game. And then turn 16, getting a good exit, that's your main focus through there. And as you can see, that's a lap then of a circuit. Final two corners really are flat out this time, as you can see. And that's a lap of Azerbaijan. Let's now put that all into practice and try and do a decent lap. But a lap you can be probably proud of. Really, that's the whole aim now. Let's see, turn 1. Not bad through turn 1. So, obviously zooming now down the back straight. So, car getting a bit tail happy. Don't worry about that small contact with the wall. Up the hill. There, that time. Really losing the rear there. Obviously, we are in the Renault, so when I do the last lap, obviously, I usually do it in a Mercedes or Ferrari. Last week I think I did it in a Mercedes and Ferrari, so I'll probably do this week in a Mercedes, okay? But you'll see how the car complies, and also the confidence a car can give you. So for instance, this Renault, I'm finding it's a bit tail happy, but it's okay. It's pretty decent at front. I feel like front downforce is workable, if that makes sense. Whereas maybe with other cars, you know, I'd feel opposite.
Okay, that last lap was at 1 minute 42.
So 1 minute 42 ain't a bad lap. So losing about 2 tenths there. I'm gonna lose bigger time here. Yeah, I'm gonna restart then this lap because that was a bit woeful. Turn 1 weren't bad, it was recoverable the lap, but turn 2, I knew that was about that lap over. Well, 142.8 ain't actually a bad lap to start off with, really, in this series or episode, really. I think the aim got to be getting to the 39s overall, okay? I think that's the aim. Because 41 is where the car should be. Car up. Obviously, because straight line speed is marginal, really, because it's so marginal, not going to gain too much out of it. I may gain a little bit through the section of corners, just about being a bit neater, if that makes sense. You'll see you can gain quite a bit. And we're now up on our delta. And now it's just about making sure we don't make any huge errors, any mistakes. Oh, a bit iffy on that downhill, but as you can see, gonna have time to improve anyway. So we'll do 2 more laps, should we say, in this car. before we move on to the Mercedes to see if we can improve our lap time in any way, shape or form. Alright, that lap more or less wrecked, but that second lap was much better, as you can see. So we'll give it 2 more goes like that, you know, in the Renault, see what we can do. So we're in the 146s, which is overall a whole lot of a better lap. And obviously just going to find time and time each lap we do. Down the straight then we go, and we're finding a whole heap of time, as you can see. Even with each acceleration out of a corner, and just find a bit more time. And again, that lap, just again, very difficult circuit this to find time though, don't forget that, like, because it can be a very tricky circuit to find your time. Alright, so with this car, I want to get into the 140s, like high 140s. I think that'll be a decent lap, maybe even a low 140. This car is certainly possible of that lap time, I know that. I've got that feeling anyway.
Okay, that last lap was a 1:41.6.
Right, that time. See what I mean? Just gain now on the straight, and this is where we can just make up so much time. But we can also lose it when we do something silly just like that, as you just saw there. Very silly error, and that, I think this lap more or less done. I don't see how we're gonna gain it back. We can actually probably gain it back in the last part of the lap, but otherwise this lap is more or less done to that degree. Right, in fact we are now up, so it's all going to come down to how well we get a good exit out of that straight. And I think we're just going to beat the lap that we previously set because of the exit out of turn 16. And that just shows you how key turn 16 is as corners go on this circuit. It's such a key corner to make sure you get a good exit out of. So, see what I mean? Just so many small margins equal big gains, and well, equal a gain just like that. About a tenth up, but it's a tenth at the end of the day, like almost, like, which is huge. So getting a good exit out of there can, even starting the lap, you could, let's say, doing a good run through here can just give you so little bit more extra at the end of the straight. Like, even open the DRS just a millisecond earlier, taking maybe a different line, let's say,
Fastest lap is a 1:41.6.
equal something a bit more, and that's all you need, a bit more. See, like, as you can see, we can't just snapped there because we were a bit too aggressive. We're going to try one more time in this car, then we're going to hop into the Mercedes. Like, certainly 4 attempts in the bag, so long I can get the car and keep it under control. Only 4 attempts, because that's how much time we lost. So, certainly got more time in the bag here. But anyway, we'll soon find out. Right. That time just had to back out because I just knew we were not making that corner. And that's the thing. Here is one of them difficult tracks where if you do make a mistake, you do have runoffs. Okay, like, and if you know when you're not going to make the corner, no point of even committing to the corner. You might as well just give up the goose, if that makes sense. And really focus on that next lap then. Because as you can see, we just weren't going to make the corner there, so I knew we were carrying way too much speed. You could just tell. And yeah, I just gave up the corner.
Okay, that last lap was a 1:41.6.
I'm very close, see, as you can see. So that time, I probably should have tried to take that line a bit differently, but I knew it was very close between giving up, you know, the corner and not giving up the corner. That time, last time I knew that we had no chance. Like, we're making a few errors. I'll give it one more attempt. If we spin, do a mistake, whatever, I'm gonna just hop straight into the Mercedes, okay, now. So this is a last attempt, regardless of what happens. So let's see. So, we're over the halfway point in the lap, and we're 8 tenths up, so certainly on time. It's still been a few mistakes during the course of this lap, not gonna lie, having some errors. But, this lap, much better, 8 tenths up. And that mainly all came from just that one error, you see? Just shows how much one error can be worth, almost a second worth of lap time. We're not going to really gain or lose anything, I don't think, here. It's just going to come now down to a bit of engine power. Maybe a little bit. Take the shortest run to the line. And that is a 1:47.
1 minute, 40.7.
So 1 minute 47, or 40.7, then in the Renault. I'm happy with that. I think that's a decent lap overall. Don't get me wrong, now we're going to go into the Mercedes, and that lap's just going to look like an amateur lap. But as you can see, okay, when we do go into the Mercedes, should be a lot better off. And yeah, you know, obviously, how much time can we find, I guess, is the question. Because, you know, obviously, the thing is, okay, being in that car, you know, the car is, let's say, lacking a bit less engine power, aerodynamics may not be quite as good, so, you know, like, initially, I already see ourselves at least a second up in our head, so that puts us well into the 139s, but then every other step up from that is a big improvement. Now, we're going to use one of the Top Guy setups, like we always have done in the past, for this second run, always in the Mercedes. We give ourselves 3 laps in this perfect lap challenge, or perfect lap of, you know, what I would say would be a lap if you could be happy with in a car, you know. But already you can see that this car goes where you ask it to go. It does what I'm asking it to do, really, and that's the thing about this car. It just asks well, whether you ask it, and even before we've opened up DRS, we're already 5 miles per hour up on, you know, that, you know, on the Renault, which is quite crazy actually. 5 miles per hour, that's a lot, up on one car. Like, okay, we didn't use a setup with the Renault, but we did use obviously top engine mode, but the car feels very, very good. So complacent. And that's the thing, you want a car that can do this at Baku. Oh, jeez. Just went a bit too deep. Invalid lap though. Obviously, when I say 3 attempts, obviously, we'll see. Go then, open up the DRS. Even before we get to the DRS line, we're so much quicker. Oh, really? That's invalid? That one? Maybe it was just outside the white line, but yeah. I don't know why they have white lines on street circuits. Just make the barrier the white line. You can't really, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really, the white line is only a guide really, I find, and more of a helpful guide. But I don't want to go over that white line, overall. There's no benefits on a street circuit, but certainly not here anyway. If there was a corner I'd cut on Baku, it'd be probably, oh, I don't know, there's not many that you can cut. Probably there you can cut a little bit. Certainly here, like, you can certainly cut here a little bit. Well, by a lot. So they're the corners that you should be only implying that white line for. We haven't done a lap yet in the Mercedes, so we've still got to do this, what I have dubbed as a magical lap. So, finally we got past the first 2 corners. Right, on the braking, I'm not gonna lie, car feels a bit shit on the braking. That's why probably I'm a bit nervous. I don't fancy the brakes. I don't know whether the braking pressure is set really at what I would like around here. Maybe, probably not. That's the thing, you need to be confident on your brakes here. I'm gonna try and move the brake fast just forward a tad. That's a little bit better. Gonna go a bit forward more. Yeah, that's a lot better already. So I'm a lot happier now with the way brakes are. To that degree. Right, should be able to get the Renault here in a straight line, considering that we've got 5 miles per hour more to give even before we get to DRS. Gonna be very close, and yeah, it just shows you how close between Mercedes and the Renault. Well, Baku ain't my best circuit, don't get me wrong. I'm okay around Baku. I wouldn't ever class myself as brilliant around this circuit. It's never been a circuit where, geez, I would be any good at. Tell you that now. And this is probably why I could never become an esports driver, you know, because of Baku. Because it's such a circuit. I don't know. I just don't suit it. I'm way off the pace of Baku. Like, it's okay as a circuit to watch on TV, don't get me wrong. But as a race circuit, just not my cup of tea. Alright, so again, this time about a tenth closer, so this time should be a bit better. We plough down the straight. This time easily having the Renault. Are we? Oh, just doing a faster lap. So right, now it's time to go miles better than that and deliver a lap that's pretty decent. Come on. That's how you do the castle section. Come on. Come on.
Okay, the time rate 1:39.7.
Now I'm getting into a bit of a rhythm here. Yeah, but so done on 1:39.7, sorry. So this will be a little bit quicker. The question of whether or not we get caught by the end of the straight. We don't. Go for one more last attempt. let's go for one last attempt, because I wasn't happy with that. I was happy with first part. First sector was actually pretty good, in fact. It was very good, in fact. Just after, well, where the castle section was, dreadful. But after this final lap, this will be it then, guys. So please do subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I hope you've enjoyed it today, and come back to watch more. Sunday is my race review, by the way, guys, if any of you guys want to watch Japanese Grand Prix. In a way, it will also be a qualifying review to a degree, because qualifying is on Sunday this weekend because of a typhoon that's going to hit Japan, which I hope everyone in Japan over there, you know, obviously that will be caught out there, keep safe in that typhoon, because obviously when you get weather like this, it can be dangerous. So do keep yourself safe if you are from Japan, or, you know, even if you're over there for the Grand Prix or for the Rugby World Cup, you know, do keep yourself safe. You know, make sure you I'd advise probably stay indoors, you know, in that weather. You know, unless it's a must that you have to go out, I'd advise stay in your hotel rooms. Keep yourself occupied, you know, watch the local TV, or even if you can get maybe even BBC or something like that, just watch that, you know, maybe even order something in like a takeaway once the weather calms down, and be considerate of others. But, you know, otherwise, as I say, it's otherwise pretty good. But yeah, final lap hasn't quite gone planned. Not bad though. We're in the top 50%. Gonna come in now. So yeah. There you go then. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. See you all next time.